Hi there everybody, it's Martin Twycross here with another video short, bringing you practical, down-to-earth teachings on mediumship and development without the fluff. So today's video, 7 reasons why you should be sitting in the power. 7 reasons why you should sit for spirit. So this is one of a series of videos that I'm doing on sitting in the power, the practice of meditation we know as sitting in the power, sitting for spirit. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about what is sitting in the power, and then I'm going to give you 7 reasons why you should be doing it and why I believe it is the best training for mediumship. So if that sounds of interest, do stay with me. Okay, so why should you sit in the power? First of all, let me explain what sitting in the power is. So sitting in the power is a meditative practice. It is also known as sitting for spirit, and it's an attunement practice where we attune and blend with the spirit world. There are a huge number of different practices I've come across in different places, YouTube, wherever, all about sitting in the power, some of which I believe are similar to what my definition of sitting in the power is, some of them are not. So let me define what I see sitting in the power as, so you will understand what the benefits that I'm talking about are in the context of what I consider it to be. So first and foremost, sitting in the power for me is an attunement meditation. It's all about attuning and blending to the spirit world and maintaining and holding that attunement. And because we have to focus on holding that attunement and maintaining it, it's also what I call a focus and concentration meditation. Like a lot of meditations from the Eastern tradition where you have to maintain a focus, sitting in the power has that element to it too. So the version I teach has 2 parts. The first part, we learn to blend with our own power and energy, the power and energy of our own soul. And we sit then within the power, the energy, the radiance, the emanation of our own soul. The second part is once we're blended with our own soul, we then move to blend with the spirit world. And then we spend time sitting in the power, the energy, the presence of spirit. So that it comes in 2 parts, sitting in the power of our own soul, sitting in the power of spirit. So those are the 2 parts. And for me, the soul is the gateway to the spirit world, which is why we blend with our own soul first. The purpose is to blend and stay connected. Anytime we lose that connection, we have to be focused. We have to go back and re-establish it. It's all about the concentration of staying connected, staying in that blend, staying in that attunement. So that's what I consider sitting in the power to be. That's how I teach sitting in the power. If you're interested in my teaching on sitting in the power, I do have a number of products that may help you. I do have a guided meditation on how to do sitting in the power where I talk you through it. So it's called Sitting in the Power, available as an MP3 and a CD. I also have a teaching video running for about 2 hours called Building Power and Sitting for Spirit, where I go into it in a lot more detail. So that's Mediumship Class 2. I also have a course called Meditation and Sitting for Spirit, where I go into it in a lot more detail. That includes 2 versions of the Sitting in the Power meditation and also another 2 meditations as well. So you get 4 meditations as well as 4 2-hour classes. So that course is well worth it if you want to explore it in detail. I will put links to all my products I've mentioned in the description and comments below. So 7 reasons why you should sit in the power. Reason number 1 is to build power. And what does that mean? Well, power is the fuel for mediumship. Power, if you like, is a form of spiritual stamina. Power is what manifests the spirit world to us. The more power we have, the longer we can work as a medium. If we have no power, we will struggle to work. So power is the fuel for mediumship. And Gordon Higginson, the late great medium, always used to say that power manifests the spirit world to us. That is the purpose of power, to manifest the spirit world to us. And whilst we can build power by actually doing mediumship, the best approach to building power that I know of is to sit for spirit, is to sit in the power. And that will help build power much quicker than just doing mediumship by itself. So reason number 2 to learn to blend with the spirit world. Sit in the power is all about attuning and blending to the spirit world. We give you the practice of how you attune and blend. And it's the same practice we use within mediumship. So once we learn to do it in sit in the power, it just transfers naturally over to the mediumship, because mediumship is all about blending and connecting to the spirit world. They share the same goals. So when we learn to sit and blend with spirit, it's excellent training for mediumship. Reason number 3, to get to know your own energy. Now, mediumship functions through our energy fields, through our aura. And the aura, if you like, is the workspace for your mediumship. When spirit blend with us, they're blending with our energy field. When we're getting information from spirit, it comes in our energy field. So we need to learn to know what our own energy field feels like. We need to get to understand our own energy. And the best way to do that is to sit within our own power, to sit in the power of our own soul, because the soul is the gateway through which mediumship functions. So when we get to understand how our own energy feels, we can then recognize, is this me or is it spirit? We then have a reference point to which we can compare. That's a very valuable reason why we should be sitting in the power. Reason number 4, it is mind training for mediumship. Sitting in the power teaches us focus and concentration. It teaches us to make a link with spirit, to hold and keep that link, and when we drop that link, it teaches us the discipline of mind to go back and re-establish it. Always go back and re-establish it. When we're doing mediumship, we have to do exactly the same. And when we drop the link in mediumship, we have to instantly go back and re-establish it. So we learn the discipline of holding the link, the discipline of reconnecting. So it's excellent training for mediumship. It is the best mind training for mediumship. Reason number 5, to make yourself accessible to the spirit world. And what we're doing is we're moving and blending with the spirit world. We're making ourselves accessible to the spirit world. We're spending time with the spirit world. It allows those who work with us, our guides and helpers, it allows them to blend with us also, to get to know our energy field, to get to know our minds, to get to know everything they need to know about us. And we're giving spirit that time to get to know us. We're giving spirit that opportunity to build a relationship with us as we build a relationship with them. So it's all about spending time in the presence of spirit and making ourselves accessible to spirit. And Gordon Higginson used to say that no time spent in the presence of spirit is ever wasted. So that's another reason why we should be doing sitting in the power. Reason number 6, to unfold your spiritual potentials. So when we sit in the power, when we sit blended with spirit, it creates the conditions needed for the potentials within us to be unfolded, for our mediumistic and psychic potentials to unfold. We're not sitting to do anything specific when we're sitting in the power. We just sit to blend, we sit to be. We're not looking for communication. We're not looking to talk to our guides or helpers. We're not seeking to get an experience. We're just seeking to be. And it's paradoxical, because by doing nothing other than sitting to be and just being blended with spirit, that creates the conditions needed for the unfoldment of our potentials. That gives us the greatest benefit. So don't try and do anything, just sit, just be, but know that you're creating the right conditions needed for your potentials to unfold. Reason number 7, to understand your true spiritual nature. So to work as a medium, we need to understand that we are spirit. And because we are spirit, we can connect with the spirit world. We need to understand the energy of the spirit world. We need to form that relationship with it. And by understanding the energy of the spirit world and understanding the energy of our own soul, we get to recognize that we're similar in nature, that our energy is actually very similar to the energy of the spirit realm. And that gives us insight and understanding into our true spiritual nature. That helps us to do the work of mediumship. If we don't do that, we don't gain some of those insights and understanding. So again, very powerful tool to help us to understand our true nature and the nature of spirit. So in conclusion, I believe sitting in the power is the best possible training that you can do for mediumship. If you're not doing it, it will make the greatest difference to your mediumship. If you're not doing it, I recommend you do. And I remember one of my own teachers always said that if you do not sit in the power, your mediumship will always be on the ragged edge. If you do not sit in the power, your mediumship will be sometimes working, sometimes not. It won't be consistent. So sitting in the power will help develop that consistency with you as well. So my next video in this series, I will be looking at the practicalities of sitting in the power and how we go about sitting, how we do it. So I do hope you've enjoyed the video today. I do hope you've got benefit from it. If you have, hit the like button. Do leave me a comment. If you like my teaching, check out the other videos on my channel as well. If you want to support the channel, then check out my courses, products, study program in my store and on my website. And also, if you'd like to make a donation, you can donate to support the channel through PayPal. All the details are in the description below. I do hope you found today's video helpful, and I look forward to seeing you all again in the next one.